right. Let's get it right. Let's get it right. Let's get it right. Let's get it right. Right. Let's get it right.
You already know what it is, man. It's your boy Deala T. And this is No Filters. Always appreciate you hitting that like button for me. Subscribing to the channel so you don't miss an episode and sharing this with the world. And of course, family, when you come in, get comfortable. Get you something to eat. Get you something to drink. Get you something to smoke if that's what you do. Because you see the title, fam. Whew. Yeah, all right. Let's get into this here.
This Karmelo Anthony situation just took a turn for the worst. Austin Metcalf daddy just went on a full-blown KKK white supremacist rant. It was terrible. Now, the reason why he did it, we'll discuss it in this video. Now, a lot of people, including some black folks, are saying, bro, I can't really blame him, Flacco. I don't know. We'll discuss if y'all think his rant is justified, but what exactly sparked the rant? Well, it was Karmelo Anthony parents doing their press run, speaking up for Karmelo and what they believe is an injustice that took place.
My son didn't intend to hurt anyone. My son was defending himself.
Take us inside that courtroom. What stuck out to you?
What stuck out to me, number one, was the all-white jury. But I was trying to be, like, all right, it's not that big of a deal. I mean, the truth is on our side.
At the sentencing hearing, the defense called only one witness on Anthony's behalf, his mother, Kayla Hayes. What did you tell the jury?
To have mercy on my son.
What do you say to his grieving family?
It's unfortunate to where nobody wins. We've all been hurt by this. Everybody.
That poor boy is fixing to experience a life that I would not wish upon anyone.
Austin Metcalf's father, Jeff, called Anthony's sentencing bittersweet.
What it boils down to for me is this. Austin will never walk through that door again and never get me a hug.
The case drew national attention, prompting protests in support of both teens. And both families involved say they've received threats.
This morning, I've had multiple emails, texts, threatening me, calling me all sorts of names.
During our interview, the Anthonys made a point to call back one man they say continues to dox them.
Why you calling me, man?
To make fun of you.
That interview pissed off a lot of people. Now, I know there's like a section of the internet who don't like black people, right? Anything black makes them pissed off. There's not a thing a black person can do that'll make them happy. But this interview pissed off, like, it got more backlash than I anticipated. Now, people were really angry at this because they felt like the family was playing a race card. Now, you can say they playing a race card, but it's for good reasons. They're not lying. I don't think a 17, 18, 19-year-old black boy who's on trial for stabbing a white kid should have to face an all-white jury, bro. I'm straight. This is not me endorsing everything Karmelo Anthony did, but it's unfair. Y'all know what y'all was doing, especially into consideration that there were 3 black educators available for the jury pool. 3. They disqualified all of them because they claimed this took place at a school. Why would this taking place at a school disqualify 3 educators who are black? Wouldn't that make them more qualified to really judge this situation and assess this? I'm so confused. So yeah, I do believe that, Karmelo Anthony was dealt a bad hand. Now, I don't care they bring it up, some minorities was on the jury. Man, listen, man, a 60-year-old Asian woman has to say, it's white, bro. She's white. In this situation, a 60-year-old Asian woman deciding the fate of a black man might as well be white. A 50, 60-year-old like Middle Eastern with a hijab might as well be white. I'm sorry. They got the same principles, right? They're probably just as conservative as the other people on that panel. It took 3 hours to decide this kid's fate in this case. That was really gray area 50-50. And that's why the parents felt like, the jury had their mind made up right, when they sat down. But because they came forward and put this out there while also being silent during the trial, so they were silent during this entire situation. After the verdict, they're now speaking out, and people feel like them playing a race card or bringing up race is dividing people, is contributing to, I guess, the riots and the race wars going on online, and they feel like they're raising the temperature instead of cooling it down.
Well, Anthony's family is also talking tonight. They believe the trial was unfair from the start. They do plan to appeal. Ken Molestina to continue now our team coverage.
A day after the trial, Karmelo Anthony's parents, Andrew Anthony and Kayla Hayes, sat down to break their silence and to let the world know how they're feeling as their son begins his 35-year sentence for murder. Despite what a jury found, his parents dispute their son ever wanted to kill Austin Metcalf.
My son is no murder. My son didn't intend to hurt anyone. My son was defending himself. And that's what hurt so bad.
His mother recounts the moment she addressed the jury and made her plea to them during the sentencing phase.
To have mercy on my son. That's what I told the jury. I know they had their minds made up already. So, I mean, really wasn't much I could say to change their mind.
Both parents fighting back emotions and tears as they described what they believe was a flawed trial.
We were delusional. We thought we was going to get a fair shake.
They claimed there were inconsistencies from the get-go, despite witnesses who took an oath vowing to tell the truth.
Everyone actually lied on the stand.
Everyone.
All of the witnesses' statements were inconsistent. All of them.
I'm not really interested in relitigating this. The trial happened. But if I was in their shoes, and I sat in trial for about a week, and I sat there and I went through a case, and I believe my son wasn't given a fair chance, right? You know, he wasn't dealt a fair shake. Well, I'm causing hell too. I don't give a damn about raising the temperature or lowering the temperature. I don't give a damn. I'm trying to get my son free. My son doing 35 years for something that I believe he's innocent of from their perspective. However, Austin Metcalf father, he took great offense to Karmelo Anthony parents doing his interviews and bringing up race. He took such offense that he turned racist overnight. Now, Austin Metcalf, daddy, I believe he's like a lifelong liberal, a lifelong Democrat. He, for the most part, was pushing for, let's not make race a part of this. You know, don't blame all black people for this. He was anti-people saying, oh, they're chimps. So he, for the most part, was like, you know, like liberal-minded when it came to race issues. That has flipped overnight. This brother has gone full KKK mode on us, man.
Drew Anthony, Kayla, you're cowards. You wouldn't even show up for your son's sentencing or victim statement impact. You abandoned your kid. You left him there. I guess he's no more use to you because you can't get any more GoFundMe money or GoSendGo money. You are grifters. You should be ashamed of yourself. You raised that child. And I swear to God, CPS for sure check on those other 3 that you still have. You never once admitted or took accountability. You tried to play victim. The real victim is the one who died, not the one who shoved a knife in his chest. I come to pray with you and show the world we can close the gap of this unbelievable racial divide. And what you do? You widen the gap even further.
In order for you to say they're complicit in widening the gap further, you would have to believe they're being dishonest and they don't believe their son was done a bad hand. And I don't think you could say with good conscience that Karmelo Anthony parents sat in court and they believe their son is guilty and they're out here lying on his behalf. I don't think so. I do believe they look at that jury and they said, damn, like not one black person in that jury, not one person who can identify with Karmelo, not one person who can identify with what was going through Karmelo's mind in that instance, not one person who understands what it feels like to be black in America, not one? Not one? I thought this was a jury of his peers. You put him in front of 50 and 60-year-olds, white Like what, like 95% white, and then like, you know, a few Asians and Middle Easterns who were all like 60 plus years old. Like, what did you expect to happen? So I don't feel like you can say with good conscience that like Karmelo Anthony parents, you know, were playing a race card on purpose. No, they really believe this. And I don't feel like that should be anything that people should be upset about. Nor do I think there should have been an attempt for Austin Metcalf family or Karmelo Anthony family to try to come together. Like, why are you coming together? Like y'all have directly opposing missions. Y'all want Karmelo Anthony to get sent to jail for life for the murder of Austin Metcalf. They want Karmelo Anthony to get free because they believe it was not murder and it was self-defense. Y'all have nothing to talk about at all.
You hire a convicted, baby-shaking felon who's only in it for the money, who gives you bad advice, kicks me out of a press conference. Oh, funny, I was somewhere I wasn't supposed to be, but I left. When asked, I didn't stab anyone. And then you proceeded to gaslight me with your convicted felon, quote, advocate? Minister? Minister of what? Minister irrelevant? Minister of bullshit? How about Minister you? Y'all think I'm saint? I'm no saint. I'm as human as you. I have emotions. Just because I'm a Christian doesn't mean I don't sin, because I don't walk on water and I don't turn into wine. And anybody else can, step up. Don't become kicking rocks in my backyard. Look in your own. The display of adults on the internet. If your children saw how you acted, would you be proud? Or is that what you teach them? Do you teach them that racism is okay? Do you teach them? Do you program your kids to hate, to kill? From day one, I said this was never about race. Please don't make it about race and don't politicize it.
But here's the problem with that. Not making it about race hurts Karmelo and only benefits Austin Metcalf's family. Right? Like, obviously, this situation was about race. This situation was divided across racial lines. Clearly, it's the obvious here. If Karmelo Anthony was white, do we believe that Karmelo Anthony is currently doing 35 years for what took place under that tent? We're not saying Karmelo Anthony is absolved of any accountability, because I don't think so. Right?
You in here with your boy Deala T. And this is No Filters. Hit that like button, double tap that screen, become a member today. We're here to save your life. Never forget, always go to the No Filter store. Right now, promo code No Filters, fam. You definitely get your percentages off of your favorites. You already know, bam! Don't forget the raffle coming up June 26th. One woman, one man will win a No Filter shirt signed by your boy Deala T, sponsored by Nene Love Savvy TV. Don't forget, man, you see the Cash App. No filters. Don't get it twisted, family. You already see the Zelle. You know what it is. You see the super chat, fam. We're going to get it in one way or another right now. Yeah, Metcalf, the daddy, went on a racial rant. Went in, talking big, bad, and buff. Crazy part is, he chose the wrong people to be talking about. Crazy part is also, once again, RIP to his son. We don't want kids to be getting popped up out here. We don't want kids to get stabbed up out here. But some about what happened didn't happen the right way. And there's too many things, and we're going to go over each and everything, because at the end of the day, vengeance is mine, said the Lord. And that's all we've been able to do is pray for that young boy a fair trial. I don't care who you is, what color you is, for whatever you do, we all deserve a fair trial, even if we're looking at it in this black and white. You still get a fair trial. Why? Because if it was done wrong and it's black and white, that fair trial going to expose what you've done, and you still will be guilty. There will never have to be no bamboozling, no hoodwinking, no lies, no deceit, no deceiving, nothing. Even down to the situation of me looking at an all-white jury, dismissing 3 black jurors, talking about them knowing to be in school. Video footage that was hidden. Them showing the wrong video footage in the courtroom and showing the people that chose to sign up to look into the right video footage. They was able to pull that footage up, and we're going to go down that road of those people that was able to see the real footage and what really happened. Also, the judge having a relationship with his father, this man, Metcalf, that's talking bad. The judge having a relationship with the prosecutor and the father. The DA having a relationship with the judge, the prosecutor, and the father. And the fact that Mike Howard, wow, didn't even do his job. We're going to cook him too. You know what else funny? They never filed for a change of venue of court. They took it from one place to another court, but they never filed it in the documents. You have to document that to be able to move something from one courtroom to another courtroom. Get yourself together. Hit that like button, double tap that screen. And I'm going to tell you something else right now. Everybody getting cooked. If it walk like a, talk like a, you know what it is. Hit that like button, double tap that screen. Let's go.
So, like, if I was on that jury pool, I'm probably giving him about 5 years, about 5 to 10 years. All right, he come out on, a manslaughter charge. It's not crazy to say that if Karmelo Anthony was white, they would probably give him the benefit of the doubt of fearing for his life in that moment. If the roles were reversed, Karmelo Anthony was a 5'6", 130-pound white kid. Austin Metcalf was a 6'2", like 215-pound black linebacker. They would have probably said, you know what, that white kid feared for his life. He feared for great bodily harm. He did not intend to kill the black linebacker when he stabbed him in his chest. And and to me, that's the language right there. Intent to kill. I don't feel like Karmelo Anthony's intent was to kill that boy. I just don't think so at all. Now the father go from speaking, hey, bro, let's come together. This is not about race. The father go from speaking, in that terms to going full-blown racist like a minute later.
And what did you do? You chose both. The race card, black fatigue, it's real. I'm sorry. You have embarrassed your own culture and race. Don't get me wrong, we got a lot of people that embarrass me too. But you guys, you got a patent on that. And the only people that's going to change it are you. Don't blame the white person because we can't change it. But you're going to blame the white person for everything else. I'm going to tell you right now. Charleston White, you think you're funny? We'll see who's laughing. Drew Anthony, you're a coward and you raised one. Kayla, you drunk. What'd you do to that boy to make him stab somebody? My God, what kind of mother are you? Hey, Kevin Hayes, you liar. Day after it happened, how many lies did you sit and type up on your keyboard, you big keyboard warrior? You're a big tough man. You still live in Baton Rouge? Remember you said you'd come to Frisco, Brody? You're supposed to find me. I told you we could sit down and talk. That's all you do. Talk, Mr. Squeaky Clean. He's the only one in your family without a damn record. I guess that's something to brag about in your culture.
Whoa, hold on. What does that mean? Hold on. Whoa, what does that mean? Microaggression 1. Now, this is the Christian we're talking. This is the Christian. This is Mr. It's not about race. Now, he get right to the microaggressions. You know why? Because it's always been sitting on his chest. Now, you could someone be empathetic if you want to be. I'm not in a mood to be empathetic or sympathetic, but you can be somewhat empathetic right now. Say, you know what? He lost his son. There's a race war currently going on, like online. He has to go online and essentially see that one side, which is like the pro-black BLM. They are pro-Karmelo. They want Karmelo free, and the alt-right, who use terms like black, like a black fatigue. They're the ones who are advocating for his son. He picked a side with the alt-right. Cool. Now, there's no excuse for it, right? I think that's still detestable. I don't think there's words enough to make you racist. Listen, no amount of white hatred towards me can make me racist. I just don't have it in me. I just don't hate anybody, right? I'm not going to sit here and throw a microaggression towards white people. I'm just not, right? But look what he's doing. Now, he even continues and use words like black fatigue, which, again, we all know black fatigue is something that white supremacists and the alt-right created. he claims that black fatigue is real. Even going further to call Karmelo Anthony a watermelon felon. This dude went on a full-blown KKK rant.
Wow. You people hang your hat on the dumbest I've ever seen.
By the way, hit that like button, double tap that screen. By the way, when he say you people, he is talking about black people on this earth. Let's be clear. So for whoever didn't see this or seeing this for the first time, Austin Daddy went on a rant, a racial slurring rant, talking about all black people, how they living, how we getting it, everything. Hit that like button, double tap that screen.
Let me make one up. Y'all can let me make something racist up so y'all can go viral.
Here we go.
I got a new name for Mello, okay? Because he was such this little boy I was trying to portray. How about watermelon felon? How's that one strike you? I hope he enjoyed his first night in that cell last night. Because he's going to have many nights to think about what the he did. I forgave him, so I don't carry the hate and the anger. How poetic justice is served. You just do a big softball and knock it out of the park. Thank you for making it so easy for me. So you can live with your lie if you want to, but my truth is forever. Just like the fact your son is a convict and a killer. Forever. Forever is a long time. What's your master plan, Mr. Anthony? To use your son as income?
Some people are empathetic. I'm not in the mood to be empathetic or sympathetic. I understand you lost your son. There's no reason to be hateful, right? Like, there's no reason to stoop to this level, right? Now, some people would say, yo, he got pushed to the edge. I mean, he lost his son. What do you expect, bruh? You know, like, he is being pushed in the corner to do these things. I don't think he's being pushed to any corner. I do think you do have an option, right? You know, you do have full control as a grown man not to be racist, right? You could have very well articulated your points. You could have very well called him a grifter and other things without going down this route. And once you go down this route, you can't really come back from this route, right? Because once we see you as a white man as this, once we see you as a racist, it's really hard for, like, yo, he lost to me a lot of sympathy. Yo, he lost a lot of sympathy for his family with this move, man. Because even the people like myself who are probably kind of like, you know what, bro, like, I kind of see it both ways. Like, Karmelo, bro, son, you did too much, man. Like, I understand they put their hands on you first, man. Right? You could have probably, like, I don't know, man, like, swipe at him or something, man. You feel me? Like, swipe the knife at his cheeks or something, like, pop. But don't, you, like son, like, you overdid it, right? I would have voted manslaughter, 5 years in jail. I would, like, first degree murder is OD. But even people like myself, once you do this, you kind of take away all support. Like you lose like any level of empathy and sympathy I have for you. But let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think about this, man? Do y'all believe that daddy get a pass since he lost his son? If you're still watching this video and you want to watch another good video, click on this video right here and find out why these LA gang members have finally betrayed and turned on Adam. I'm gonna see you guys in this Adam 22 video. Send me a hype below if you really want to support. I'm out of here, folks. Peace.
Saw a boy in a black hoodie go over to him first, and then they left out of the tent, and then you see coming across the field was another.
Okay, shout out to this content creator right here. I believe it go by the name like Lakeisha, something like that. I'm sorry if I got it wrong, but shout out to this content right here. This content creator right here is going to show us that this is a female witness that witnessed the whole video that happened. Now, for those that want to be up in here and be racist, you might want to tuck your chin, tuck your chin, because you about to hear what really happened. And for those that really felt like this man deserved murder, you're wrong. You felt like he deserved the N-word, you're wrong. Because now you finna hear what really happened. And again, what I tell you about hidden footage. And if hidden footage has to be happening, if you gotta hide footage, if something was done and you gotta cover up and you gotta put extra sugar on top just to make it be true, if you gotta spin the truth, why you gotta spin the truth if it's true? Huh? Make it, man, let me say that again for the people in the back. If it's true, why you gotta spin it? It's what it is, it's within its own. Make it make sense, fam. Hit that like button, double tap that screen. You in here with your boy Deala T. Let me tell you something, man. Matter of fact, everybody right now, roll call, let me know where you're from right now. Everybody got all that talking. You're talking all that talk, but where you from? Don't be hiding behind the computer, fam. Don't be hiding behind the comment box. I want to know what you think. Let me know where you from. Put it in the comment box where you from and say your piece. Say what you gotta say, because you about to find out about a lot of truth, because you've been believing a lie. Let me say that again for the people in the back that ain't getting it in their mind. You've been believing a lie, and for whatever you thought was the real story that happened, oh, that's a lie. You finna get real truth in your face right now. So I want you to keep that same energy. Let's go.
Nasty man. Now, y'all read through the lines on that. Now, I told y'all the reason why I was going hard on this case is because I know bullshit when I see it. Karmelo Anthony didn't do anything. He had a valid self-defense claim. Now, overnight, more and more people have trickled out. And you know what they said, guys? They also saw the video. So if you have figured one thing out, I'm going to tell you what it is here. There's the real video and there is a video of the real video. So it seems like what they did is they showed the jury the other video that doesn't show everything, the grainy video. Okay. Yeah. Now,
that's what y'all got. That's what they gotta do. Hit that like button, double tap that screen. That's what they gotta do. You gotta take a video of a video, or actually the whole video shows the place, but you don't show the actual meat and potatoes. You gonna show some sides. You gonna show some bread. You gonna show some juice. But you don't want to show the real meat and potatoes that everybody came to eat for real and see. That's what y'all gotta do just to get truth. Oh man, y'all trip. Let's go.
The attorney was paid and did nothing. Now, there is so many things that's happening with this case. I'm hoping they just throw it out and I'm hoping that they throw this out and they're not able to retry it, because the judge did a lot of underhanded, sneaky, low-down ass shit. And in fact, the judge needs to be put in prison with the prosecutor, because what they did here, they actually committed a crime. Like, they did a lot of things that were incorrect. Now, what I want to do is, the purpose of this video, we're going to react to a video that another content creator did. But before I get into that, I want you guys to listen to some more people that actually saw the tapes. Listen to what they said.
And when I went to see the video, they ask if you want to see it from either 2 minutes before the stabbing or 11 minutes before. So I chose 11 minutes. From the moment she pressed play, Karmelo Anthony was already sitting underneath that canopy. And he was sitting there for at least 8 to 9.5 minutes. You see, well, I saw a boy in a black hoodie go over to him first, and then they left out of the tent. And then you see coming across the field was another 6 boys. When they got to the bleachers, one, he went out of frame, and the other one sat at the bottom. But the remaining 4, they went directly to Karmelo Anthony. And like he said before, it was a brief conversation, and then all you see is commotion. And we know from...
Hold up, man. Who is this? Texas Jane? Hold up, Texas Jane. Yeah, I know. Yeah, you Texas Jane. Talking about BS. What's BS about that? Did you feel some type of way? You feel something? Because you know they had to go to a website to register just to see the video. It wasn't no open, just everybody can just go, come one, come all. You had to go to a website and register. They had to see it was you and think in their mind to give a choice just for you to see it. They chose to show her. So what's BS about that, fam? Make that make sense right quick. Hit that like button, double tap.
The interviews that Hunter did, we know that Hunter was, in fact, up underneath that tent. The next thing you see, you can see Karmelo in the midst of them assaulting him. You can see Karmelo trying to back out, but he gets pulled.
So it's 4 people that they pulled up on Karmelo while he's sitting under the tent. This man sitting under the tent by himself, chill. 4 or 5 folk approach him. Woo! Make it make sense.
Coming across the field was another 6 boys.
6 boys.
When they got to the bleachers,
6 mother across the field, fam, walking the phone. Oh man.
He went out of frame, and the other one sat at the bottom. But the remaining 4, they went directly.
Okay, so you got 6 people going towards this man. One go this way, and another one go this way. And while 4 are still going, so clearly they coming in unison. And they coming up on him, and they gonna walk off like choreography or something. Oh man, this is diabolical. Let's go.
Karmelo Anthony, and like he said before, it was a brief conversation, and then all you see is commotion. And we know from the interviews that Hunter did, we know that Hunter was, in fact, up underneath that tent. The next thing you see, you can see Karmelo in the midst of.
So if Hunter, hit that like button, double tap that screen, listen to me. If Hunter said he wasn't up under the tent, and if he said he ain't had nothing to do with it, and he turned around because he's talking about he seen something, and then he turned around and his brother was down. Oh boy, you know you lying. You was with him, Hunter. You was with him. See, let me tell you something. It's one thing for your brother or for your sister to pass away and you know you have something to do with it. But it's another thing to have to lie, because that's going to haunt you more than you talking about what you did to put somebody in a situation that you know you had, that you started. See, Hunter got to walk the world knowing that he started that. He got to know he was a part of that. And whether he told them or held his mouth, because you can lie by holding your mouth. You know how that go too. That's a real thing. But the fact that he didn't say nothing and knew what the level was a different situation. But it's also a difference in knowing how he came about it and the way that he went about it when he said, hey, listen, I wouldn't know. I ain't know nothing. I turned around and I just looked and it was there. He lied off the flip because he said he turned around and just looked. No. You all pursued him. So let me tell you what's real. That's not that. See, for Austin and Hunter, that would be first degree. Yeah, that'd be first degree for Austin and Hunter, because they literally premeditated that. They walked over there to him. They seen him and made a move. They planned that. 6 went over there, 2 went their way, and 4 pursued. Hit that like button, double tap that screen. Let's go.
Assaulting him. You can see Karmelo trying to back out, but he gets pulled back forward. The next thing you see is Karmelo. He comes shooting out the back, but he's still not standing. And he had to like kind of crab crawl backwards, and he had to like jerk away from them because they still had a hold of his hoodie.
So at that point, he literally that's what they don't tell you. The whole story is saying that he come up under the tent to get out the rain. Austin and Hunter see him. They tell him move from their tent. All of a sudden, they walk up on him like they're gonna make a move, and then they put hands on him. And then something about commotion of his book bag. And he told him, if you touch me, you're going to see what it is. And then all of a sudden, this man is stabbed. All of a sudden, Austin gone, and then that's that. So we right now filling in between the lines right quick, because you know what we do here at No Filters. We read the headline, then we read in between the lines. Because if it walk like a, talk like a, that's what it is. You need to understand what I'm really saying here. The fact that man and that story they gave us has so many inconsistencies and blanks. That same story was that same blank that he was under the tent. They pursued him, went for his book bag. He told them, "Don't touch me no more." And then all of a sudden, they saying he stabbed, and then that's it. So now we know, fam, that this man down there, and he really in a real commotion, dealing with 4 men. Think about this. You dealing with 4 people on you. What you gonna do? And even in her story, she's saying he still ain't no, we ain't seen like no knife pop off yet. Because in the midst of it, this man has got 4 people jumping him. At this point, what I'm getting out of this story is that he got jumped. Do you agree with me? Press 1. If you don't agree, press 2. If you believe he got jumped, press 1. If you don't, press 2. Because this story is that 6 people came, 2 people walked off, 4 people pursued him.
He goes up a couple bleachers and he's looking around for which way to go. He runs diagonally down the bleachers and then he falls. At the time of him falling, that's when I noticed another 3 boys coming down the bleachers chasing after him. But once Karmelo got up, he took off. You didn't see him for the rest of the video. At no point.
So one of the things that I'm learning as she is talking about what she saw in the video, they were not chasing him because of what had happened with the dead dude. They were chasing him because they had all attacked him and they had all jumped him.
Oh, did we get that right? So they jumped him. And he still made his way out of it. See, you got to understand something, man. And this ain't me because I'm not racist. Okay, I'm just keeping 100. I'm not racist at all. I'm you know, it don't, when it comes to a color, no. You know, you are who you are. If you janky, you janky. If you cool, you cool. But the fact that this man is getting jumped and they still couldn't get him down? What? That makes sense. 4 people jumping this man and he's still making his way. And let me tell you something too. When you in a situation and you scared, you don't know what'll happen. Because when you scared, that might be the best time you might save your life, because the level of scared that you can really get, you may really turn into something else out there because of you being scared of how frightened you are. If you're talking about 4 white boys coming at him, 4 football playing white boys, and he's just a little black boy, what? And he still made his way out? Don't get me wrong, it probably came with a look. But he still made his way out. How 4 people didn't jump him and do him dirty? How did 4 white boys ain't put him down? How did 4 white boys say you're nothing? These football players, how y'all can't get them down? I can't believe it. Hit that like button, double tap that screen. This is diabolical news.
So in chasing him, they wasn't chasing him to try to catch him because something had, happened to the dead guy. It was a jump. He was set up. This power dude called him over, and then for whatever reason, they decided to act out this plan, because let's just call it what it is. These kids planned this. They planned this, and in all honesty, they should be charged with crime.
Press 1 if you believe they planned this. If you believe Austin and Hunter and the 6 kids that walked over there planned this, press 1. If you believe this wasn't planned by Austin and Hunter and them, press 2. I want to know how many people in their real right mind and how many people really. I really need to know.
Because I'm sure there is something in the law books that states if you plan a crime and another person, well, any person, but because you planned it and somebody lost their lives, they should be charged with it. But listen to what she's saying.
And in that video, do you see Hunter holding his brother? At no point in that video do you see those boys ever going back to the tent and sitting down. That was all a lie. And I also have questions. I don't know how the defense did not play that video.
Why didn't Mike Howard play the video? He definitely has the video, because in my next video that we're going to react to, another person says, yeah, of course he got the video.
So why didn't Mike Howard? Okay, this is a white. Okay, so let me tell you how Mike Howard came along. You know, Mike Howard, this is the public defender for Karmelo Anthony, a white man, right? He was referred by the actual lawyer that the Karmelo Anthony father and mother reached out to. Let me say that again for the people in the back. Karmelo Anthony's parents reached out to a certain lawyer. The lawyer wasn't available or didn't want to do it. And that lawyer referred them to Mike Howard, the white lawyer. They went with that man. That man had the video saying, this man has the tape that this woman is talking about right here. Now, press 1 if you think she lying, and press 2 if you think it's the truth. Because Mike Howard never did an objection. Mike Howard didn't even act like a real public. He didn't even act like a lawyer. He didn't object nothing, didn't call nobody, didn't question nobody. Do you know it was more than 17 witnesses? And it was 17 more on the list to be seen. He didn't call not one, but only the mother to beg for her son's life. Now, that'll almost make you think Mike Howard was a part of it, allegedly. That'll almost make you think that if he didn't call nobody for a witness, come on, fam, make it make sense. If you, life on the line, and you get a lawyer, and he don't call nobody for a witness, and you at a public event, that everybody and their mama at that event, you telling me that ain't no setup? Stop playing in her. If this was vice versa, if that was a black kid that got stabbed and a white kid stabbed them up, and it was done the way it was done, and the lawyer they picked don't ask no question, no witnesses, don't call nobody for nothing, and he got the real footage and tape to show in court, and don't even show it. Hit that like button, double tap that screen. Let's go.
He got the video. He set this kid up. He was a plan. He was planted there to set them up because keep in mind, they had all this money in the gifts and gold that was used for an attorney. So the play was, if you think about it, we need to disarm them with that money. We need to get that money away from them. So they paid this attorney, Mike Howard, and what did he do? He didn't do anything. So basically, he should be disbarred. He should be in prison too, if you ask me.
Because when you see that video, it was self-defense. Karmelo was only 5'8", 130-something pounds, and Austin Hunter Metcalf were 6'1", 220-something pounds. So for people to say that he should have used his hands, people can die from fights, from people using their hands.
Getting jumped.
And that's all I'm going to say for right now.
Now I'm going to show another video, and this one gives credit to our, what is his name?
Just like Dwayne.
Sam. You guys know who he is. I cannot remember his name, but I'll remember it. So let's just watch this video.
Dwayne Turner did, and he's saying that the
Secret Service Sam. Shout out to Secret Service Sam.
The fix is in on Karmelo Anthony. We have another gentleman who saw the tapes. He filled out the Freedom of Information Act, just like Dwayne Turner did. And he's saying that the video he saw does not correspond at all with what the witness statements were inside the courtroom. Listen to this.
Guys, the play was, they showed a video, but it wasn't the full account of what happened. If you guys remember in court, they kept saying the video was grainy, and then they had a specialist or someone to kind of tell the jury what it was they were seeing. And the first thing I said, as a defense attorney, I'm not a defense attorney, but if I were one, the first thing I would object to is No, we're not going to tell the people what's in the video because the video is visible for them to see. You're not going to tell them what they don't see in the video.
Yeah, so again, my name is Tony Sturdivant. I was one of the individuals that put in a FOIA request to see the video. What I saw was starkly different from the testimony that I heard given.
They're all saying similar. And this is how you know what they're saying is true. It is not word for word what someone else said, but ultimately they're arriving at the same conclusion.
In the trial, there were 6 kids that walked up, 2 splintered off. I guess that part of was introduced in the trial where they went to deflect the coach. The other 4 walked directly to Karmelo Anthony. There was a brief conversation, I say maybe 20, 30 seconds. And from there, a scuffle ensued. It didn't last long. Karmelo backed up the canopy. He looked one way, looked to the left, and flew down those bleachers. Now, this is the video that was presented to us. This is the questions that I have, though.
Now, let me kind of make this clear to some people because when I first was hearing this, I was like, what? Okay. So remember, this happened on the property of the school, which means who owns the surveillance? The school owns it.
Right.
So the school was very smart. And I believe the reason why they kept the video, for one, it's property of theirs. For 2, I believe they knew if they would have released that video that they were going to keep it and do whatever it was that they wanted to do with it. So therefore, they maintained the 1 copy. And guess what they did, y'all? They allowed people to come in and watch that video. I believe they did this because they knew that this is a racist ass town, and they knew if those people had got that video, it was going to disappear anyway. So that is why there's 2 videos, because the video footage is owned by the school. And I was also told that they tried to get the school to give it to them, and the school says, no, we don't have to give it to you because it's ours. But what the school allowed them to do, allegedly, is take a copy of it. So them taking a copy of it now, presented it, only showing what they want it to show, and then let's just make the rest of it cloudy so they can't make out what it is that they're seeing.
Why wasn't that video presented in court? And is it the true video? Because again, it's starkly different from the testimony given in the trial. Karmelo Anthony flew down those bleachers, fell at the bottom of the bleachers, got up, took off. It was maybe 2 or 3 kids that you can see kind of give chase, but Karmelo was gone, so they weren't even going to put a finger on him and touch him. Again, there was a scuffle that ensued at the top of the bleachers, and Karmelo got it there. But I don't know why that was not brought up in court. I don't know why that was shown. I don't know if the ISD gave us a bogus ass video. I don't know. That's what I saw.
Yes, I think that should be everybody's question is, why did they not show that video in court? What video did they show in court? Who's lying? Who is covering up what actually happened? Because in my opinion, from what I know on this case, Karmelo Anthony should not be sitting in prison for 35 years. It was self-defense, and we need to get a hold of those videos. The public deserves to see what actually happened. We see this all the time, where police will lie, say somebody shot at them, and then we see the body cam footage, and it's a complete fabrication.
Now, again,
hit that like button, double tap that. Now, this your cousin. For all you out there that's racist watching this video, this your cousin. This your distant partner. This your cousin, your brother. Yeah, this him. He telling it ain't right.
I think one of the good things that happened in this case is that ISD did not release that video, because I feel like if it would have been released, it would have been edited, it would have been changed, and then we would have been left with, wait a minute, what is the real video? The video was never anything that was released. You actually had to come in there to actually see it. Very smart decision. And I believe they probably did that because they understand the community in which they live in and the community in which that school is in. And they knew if they would have released that video to the police, because I was told that the police were trying to get ownership of it, there would have been no real evidence.
Well. So, the video is out there. We know it because she's not the only one. Tia's not the only one who says she saw that video. There was other people who have said they've seen the video also. So, why won't they release the video? Because it would exonerate Karmelo Anthony. Because Karmelo Anthony would have never went to trial had they released that video. That is why it took the prosecution so long to put the case together. Hey man, on any given day, if a fight break out, somebody get killed, you're getting charged the same day. You are getting charged the same day. If not the same, within hours, it ain't gonna be no weeks passing before they decide to charge you. Especially when they got evidence. You got the evidence? No, they didn't have the evidence. Well, not any evidence that could convict them. That's why they didn't charge them. And that's why it took so long for them to bring the charges. They brought the charges out of pressure from the community. They knew they didn't have a case. So they manufactured a case. I know some of you uncivilized must don't like to hear that because in your mind, the system is perfect. The system, no matter how many Black people have been exonerated throughout the years and falsely accused, it don't matter to you because you're uncivilized. Wow. You claim to love God. You don't love God. You are the devil's advocate. That's the truth. You know damn well that was self-defense without the video. If you just go by what was said, he walked up to him, he pushed him, he threatened his life. Okay, even if it was not self-defense, even if it did come down to a crime, you mean to tell me now, all of a sudden, we don't consider criminal history? I find it odd how they consider criminal history when they're deciding to punish someone, when they're deciding to persecute or prosecute someone. They always consider criminal history. They could not consider Karmelo's criminal history because he had none. Who they hated when a Black man don't have criminal history, when a Black boy don't have criminal history. They can't stand it when a Black male does not have criminal history. They talk down on the Black males that do, but they want them to have criminal history. Just like they talk down on Black people who are low income. They enjoy that. They like that because you're right where they need you to be.
Omega Man 1300, he was too weak to throw hands. All he could do was slap. He was weak. Okay. So you talking about this little dude and four white boy football players, and he was weak, and he made it out of there alive? Make it make sense, Omega. You ain't making no sense. How he weak? He made it out alive. Honestly, they should have crushed him. They should have done him dirty. They should have left him stinking. But he still made it out alive and took somebody. What? What are you? Boy, y'all say the most.
When they see Black people acting uncivilized and harming each other, that's just something for them to talk about. They don't give a damn about black people harming each other, killing each other, and all of that stuff. They don't care nothing about no black teen pregnancy, black people being on welfare, jobless, homeless. They don't care. Man, they love it. Because you're right there. That's how they check the temperature. That's how they check the social ladder temperature. Listen, let me go over here and see how the black folks are doing, what the blacks are up to. Look at them. Look at them over there struggling. Let me write something nasty right quick. 13% that usual suspects. Wait a minute. Somebody wrote usual suspects under a post where a white person did something bad. Wait a minute. Hey, they can't use our memes and they can't use our emoji.
Partner, Rick Savage. Rick Savage 6003, you talking on something you didn't witness, watch the video. Did you witness it, Rick? Did you see it, Rick? Let's check on Rick right quick, y'all. Did you see it, Rick? You seen the video? Did you see it, Rick? So we can move on. Did you see it, Rick? I'm trying to see if you seen the video, Rick. Did you see it, fam? You went to the school. Did you see it? Hold on, I got something even better for you. I got one of your cousins. I got one of your cousins talking about how you done wrong.
You're not going to believe this. We got a Trump supporter who goes by the name Country Boy Online, who became so enraged after Karmelo Anthony was railroaded into a 35-year sentence for murdering 17-year-old Austin Metcalf, that he straight up said he's done with the Republican Party.
He on the building. Membership in the building. What's up, No Filters fam? Shalom. Blessings, y'all. Shout out to Theo on the building.
Ain't got no problem with that. Now, here's the deal, fam. This is how he feels today. Perhaps he'll change his mind. Either way, I kind of just like the idea that people who are on the other side of the aisle can also see the BS. You dig what I'm saying? Check it out.
Happy Thursday morning. How's everybody doing? So, Jeff Metcalf, boy, I tell you what, he got a lot of nerve. I'm not going to sit there and say what I now know to be a fact, but I'm just going to say this. I got you, Hoss. I got you. And it's already in the works for you, the judge, and the prosecutors. See, when somebody has alcohol problems, they like to run their mouth too much. So they didn't know how to truthfully answer the best way of a direct question earlier, did they? Mr. Metcalf, you a racist also. I heard everything you said. What kind of military veteran you call yourself? Let me tell you something, Mr. Metcalf. Back in the day when I was in the Army, and I knew you was who you are right now, and who you've always been, I'd have whooped your ass. You got a lot of nerve to be talking about African-American people like you just did a while ago. Hey, Sarah Fields, you got a lot of nerve to be sitting with that man, or however y'all did your interview. But that's all right. I've already made one important phone call to a very damn good friend of mine in Texas. Now I want to ask the question. How the fuck did this incident take place in Denton, Texas, but the trial was moved to Collin County? But there was never a change of venue filed in the case. Oh, I know why. It's called that fucking redneck fucking judicial style shit down there. Because, see, I'm just going to tell y'all, the photo floating around with Metcalf and you know who, that shit ain't fake. That shit ain't AI. I can't tell you how I know for a fact right now. But I'm gonna tell y'all, this shit's for real. This shit is some serious shit. They never filed for a change of venue. No. That case was to be held in Denton County, Texas, not Collin County. But I'm gonna tell you what's up. When the dad of the person that lost their life is friends with somebody that's very good friends with the judge, Roach, and good friends with the prosecutors, where the fuck do you think they moved the case to for? Why do you think they put the case in the other county?
Now, just for clarity, fam, there was some discrepancy about where the case was or where it was supposed to be, Denton County or Denton County or Collin County. Now, Frisco is in Collin County. It's in Collin County. Now, but parts of Frisco, from what I understand, is also in Denton County. This happened at Kirkendall Stadium, which is located in Collin County. So just to clear that up.
Y'all some sorry ass motherfuckers, man. Let me tell you something. I may not have went to law school, but I'm damn sure smart enough to nail you.
But that don't change anything that he's saying. The whole thing was a big old railroad. I mean, this is just one item on the table.
Your ass is to a blackboard. And like I said, I've already made one phone call and I'm getting ready to make another first thing in the morning. It doesn't matter whether or not he may have committed manslaughter. What matters is this kid never fucking got a proper procedural due process trial. And he's got a judge. He's got prosecutors faced with him. But they friends with a dad's friend of the deceased. What the fuck? In case y'all didn't know, Metcalf does not have to be friends with the judge and friends with the prosecutor. Just him being friends with someone that's friends with them. I wonder if there's any photos of them all having beer together and playing fucking golf too. But I'm gonna tell you this. Cell phone data. Who was at whose places? Who was it synced, y'all, with their cell phones right around each other? That means y'all railroaded this kid, and you even moved it from one county to another. I never knew that it was Denton County. I just knew that they called it Frisco. I never looked at the county. But I always knew that it was Frisco, Texas, where the incident took place. That's Denton County. That's not Collin County. The incident took place in Denton, not Collin County. That's crazy. But again, y'all, they were supposed to have Texas State Police immediately investigate. When have we ever seen something go down at a school where you only have local police involved? This shit's fucked up. You know, if I didn't know any better, it made me wonder if all this wasn't done on purpose to try to make a huge divide coming up to these elections. But I'm going to tell you this. I've seen everything Metcalf said. And I'm just going to say this too. He got fucking recorded for everything he said. He was recorded for it all. Mello was moved to a different prison because they thought another prison was not safe enough for him. Look it up. He was moved to a different prison tonight. Y'all, please pray for this kid. And so many of you fail to understand. It's not that we don't have passion for the loss of life, but we have a right to feel that this kid deserved proper, true, adequate justice. And I have reason to believe that the defense attorney trashed the case on purpose. And even I could pick different pieces and show you that he definitely didn't give him a proper defense like he was required to do to the best of his legal ability under ethic law. Under ethics standards, he was required to represent that kid the best that he could once he signed a retainer and announced his representation to the case. There you go, Dean. See, Dean, y'all pass it out there to Dean for me. Get it to him. Let him see this video. I'm not as damn legally dumb as you thought I am, or that you try to tell people.
Now remember, fam, the defense attorney only called one witness during sentencing, and that was Karmelo's mother. Just one sentence, just one. And a guy is on the line, his life is on the line for 5 to 99 years, a 17-year-old kid, rooted in the community. They call one person to plead for mercy on his life. One person. They only called 4 people during the actual trial, not they, but he only called 4 people during the actual trial, and no expert witnesses. Didn't fight for the video that's out there to be aired. Didn't call into Austin Metcalf's violent bullying history, documented. None of that. Oh, he absolutely sold him out. Absolutely. So, also, as far as the DA is concerned, the DA entire office is being sued for discrimination, sexual assault, intimidation, and some other things. Yeah, the entire DA office, including the lead prosecutor and the DA himself. Yeah. Now, back to Karmelo's lawyer. I got some information on him. Yeah, I'm kind of holding on to it. I don't want to give y'all too much at one time. But yeah, I got some information. I'm going to share it tomorrow. Yeah, I've been holding on to it for a couple of days, but I'm going to share it tomorrow. I got some info on him that's going to make you say, yeah, he absolutely sold Karmelo out.
I could have provided a way better defense for Melo than this son of a bitch that represented him. But somebody's got some serious explaining to do why they moved this case from where the incident took place. Somebody's got some serious explaining to do how the judge and the prosecutors are friends with a friend of the fucking dad of the deceased. This is some trashy, shady shit. This ain't right. This ain't right at all. Not here in America, these United States, it ain't right. The judicial system was formed to protect your rights, not violate the motherfuckers. I don't care what color you are. You're equal to the same protective due process as every individual. Even if you're fucking guilty, you still are entitled to your full procedural due process. And as I sat back and watched this case where I kept my mouth shut from way back when the incident happened, and I was with Melo back then. Yeah, I was. I got kicked out of Alive. I got a real good friend of mine who lives across the Bay Bridge that was mad at me, but she knows my character. She stayed friends with me, and I respect her and her family as well. So I was with Melo back then. So anybody want to try to say, oh, he's race-based, whatever the fuck you want to call it. I don't need followers on this motherfucker. I can tote my shit just fine. My followers went flying up when I started doing my karaoke lives. So you can go on somewhere with that bullshit, Dean. But the bottom line is this. I don't see color. I see true justice for all. I know how to take the feelings out. I know how to take everything and put it aside and look at a case. And when I see that I feel a kid like this is being railroaded as bad as they did him, I mean, these motherfuckers even turned around and locked him up the same night with sentencing. They didn't let him get a good night's sleep and a meal the next day before they come back to court. No, hell no. The judge calls everybody back to court last night or the night before because we're in the Thursday now. Y'all, this is some straight up bullshit, man. Straight up bullshit. And then you wonder why the African Americans out there are so fucking pissed and angry. Hey, you know what, African Americans? I'm not so sure about my Trump support anymore. I'm really not. So I'll tell you what. Go vote for that Tallarico and get rid of them fucking sorry-ass Republicans down there. Because Greg Abbott and them knew that this judge was required to recuse himself. Oh, see, a governor has way more power than one may think. Greg Abbott was required to make him step down because guess what I found? It was announced way back then about a potential conflict of interest. And the judge refused to recuse himself. But nobody knew about the prosecutors being friends with the dad's friend. Maybe that's why we had so many witnesses go up on the stand line. Man, I'm gonna have y'all's law degrees fucking stripped from you motherfuckers. I'm gone.
Yeah, man. And I can't wait. Lock them up. Lock them up. Lock those uncivilized mutts up.
Wow.
No more talk.
All right. Hey, guys. What's up? It's your girl, Neek, and we have a special guest by the name of Dominic Alexander. He has been representing for the Anthony family and been there since last year. I remember a video of you coming out of the court with him during the bond hearing that had got reduced. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself and how you became connected to the Anthony family?
So just to introduce myself, I'm Minister Dominic Alexander. I run an advocacy organization, one of the largest human and civil rights organizations here in North Texas called the Next Generation Action Network. And we was founded in 2014. We've been a part of a number of high-profile cases in this organization. I founded this organization when I was 25 years old. As a person who is connected to the social justice community across Dallas, I remember last year when this situation happened. And just like anybody who is just living here in North Texas, we're looking at, our local media and we're seeing all of these posts and stuff about this situation, right? Mind you, it's important to note that this day, most of us was all under a tornado warning, right? It was pretty much a bad weather day. But I remember these posts and I remember these comments. And then I also remember Megan Kelly talking about it. And all of these white supremacists basically comments, and it was like, this thug, this nigger, this blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay, what does that got to do with everything? You know what I mean? Because, normally a case of this in the regular sense, this is not a case that we would normally get involved in, right? You know what I mean? But because of the reaction of the situation and the violation of due process, we were like, no, something got to be done. So the next morning, I'm getting calls and inbox from everybody saying, Dominic, you got to help this baby. You got to do something. You got to get involved or whatever it is. And I don't know him. And I'm like, okay, well, somebody got to get me connected to his family. At this point, if you're looking at the reactions of what's going on and even credible news sources reporting of Karmelo Anthony, I'm thinking, I'm pulling up on an apartment, I'm pulling up on a Section 8, whatever it may be. Not a two-parent household, not a beautiful family, not in a gated community and blah, blah, blah. I'm not pulling up to a 4.0 GPA student, none of this. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not knowing this. And so I remember we got there and we met with the family and just trying to
really just get involved with it. And I remember having one of our general counsels, Kim T. Cole, come there. And I had, there was another person brought an attorney by the name of Billy Clark. And their sole purpose was to get to Karmelo and say, hey, sit back, shut up. You got support. We're here. Also show him the photo of his family, everything or whatever. And I also talked about, because we are an organization who is well known in North Texas, it's important to know that we brought the largest protest in Collin County history after the McKinney Pool Party incident in 2015, when the young African-American lady was slammed by Officer Caseboat, Eric Caseboat. I was 26 years old when that happened. I'm 37 now, so more than 10, 11 years ago. And so we reached out to the Frisco Police Department about all of the threats and the safety concerns of the Anthony family. And our job as an organization was to help support in any kind of way and advise and support this family. And of course, our organization was there to support in making sure that security, from a realtor standpoint, everybody, anything they needed at that point, from moving, from everything or whatever. I also wanted to mention something about this too, because I saw some people talking about this in the last couple of days. And Nick, it's very hard to have cases like this because we live in a society where everybody's so clickbaitish, right? Mm-hmm. The Next Generation Action Network do not choose attorneys, right? We just.
All right, well, I'm gonna pause you. I don't want to jump ahead.
No,
I know there's so much that you want to say, but before we go any further, I want to. So I just wanted to know like a little bit of background about you, your organization. And basically, it sounds like you started to get involved with the Anthony family after you started.
You can like go tap that screen. Well, let's see this video.
He now begins paying the price for his conviction. Austin Metcalf's father tonight is talking only with our JD Miles about the price that his family is paying.
Because a lie is temporary, but the truth lasts forever.
Jeff Metcalf finally had a chance to read the words he's been writing in a notebook to address his son's killer.
He said, people think that grief is sadness, but it's not. It's rage. Pure, unfiltered rage. You failed yourself. You failed your parents. You failed society. You don't belong in this community.
That's correct.
Metcalf's victim impact statement came at the end of Karmelo Anthony's murder trial. For months, the father of Austin Metcalf has been silenced by a gag order imposed by the judge. Now he's free to speak publicly and says he's also free of something else.
When I woke up this morning, it was a very different feeling. When I woke up, I felt like 1,000,000 pounds had been lifted off my shoulders. Because I used to wake up every morning with this anxiety, with this feeling of dread. And this morning was the first day I woke up with a feeling of peace, comfort, tranquility that I haven't experienced in 14 months. And I felt awesome.
Metcalf was in court every day of Anthony's trial. The 19-year-old now convicted murderer not only took his son Austin's life, he did it right in front of Austin's twin brother, Hunter.
Yeah, that right there is absolutely heartbreaking to even think about the fact.
Now listen to him, because that time days, man, he never take up. He never even when a cop unlawfully unalive a black person, This man still find it in some way, somehow, that the black man did something wrong and deserved to get shot. That's the energy he carried, he portrayed, he walk around with. I was so anxious to hear about his take on this because I knew he was gonna be like, "Oh man, that's so heartbreaking for white dude. That's so terrible. I can't believe that's doing this. I can't believe we did that." Like, you know, that's how he goes down. But it's like, you never got nothing for us. And it killed me, people, black people like this, with Anton, then like black people like this, there's only a certain amount of time. Because when having to be used for agendas, you always end up getting thrown in the trash because of something new. We said it again for the people in the back. When being used for agendas, the fact that you don't have nothing new causes big issues because it's an agenda. And they're going to only use you until you can't be used no more. And the black community, us black people, then already disowned you at this point. I don't know about them people on your panel, but I know who I'm talking about. Real black people that understand your position, that you never fight for us, never speak up. It's always constantly you making money off slander. What's obvious? The culture. And it's funny how the culture was created because of things we've been through that create that culture. But yet you talk about it, degrade it, and then exploit it. You exploit the degrading parts of it, talk about it, and that get you money. So I really wanted to know what was you gonna say about this, and just like who you been and who you gonna be, you're not taking this. You don't even see. You don't even hear it. Matter of fact, I feel like you probably don't even hear it. See what's really going on. Because when them white folk using you like that in high places, oh, it's over. All they gotta do is use you till you use up. Let's go.
That the twin brother also had to witness it, and they had to.
Let's see,
he was dealing with the whole.
That's another thing, Anton. That's another thing. Type of name you got. That's another thing, though, right? Your story was a lie. He finna find himself trying to stand on business about this story, and that story is a full-fledged lie. Shout out to Layla Boxing with the $5 donation in the super chat. Thank you so much. Hit that comment, hit that like button, double tap that screen, lady. Appreciate you so much. But it's just a difference when I'm talking about how they'll use you, man, and throw you right in the trash. Why? Because you're not one of them. You can only be used. You can't be in a family. You can't coincide with them. You can't become one. This ain't jungle fever. No. But you will be used for your platform and what you talk about because you constantly always big up the white people. I mean, you always big up the white man. Big ups to them. Big ups to them. Big up to all that. I mean, it's never none that's right here with it. So this is the stuff I'm talking about, fam, when we talking about how often it's like that, you know? That's the problem, man, because at this point now, I just wanted to hear his point of view on it, but I guess I know what the point of view is at this point now because it don't even matter. I know what he knows. Talk to some real people that really feel a way.
Yeah, we on Boss Talk TV. Shout out to E-Heater.
I come to pray with you and show the world we can close the gap of this unbelievable racial divide.
You gonna say that?
And what you do? You widen the gap even further.
Man, guys, make sure you like, subscribe to the channel, man. Look like Jeff has spoken out, and he is really, I don't know, he's angry at the Karmelo Anthony's family, and he's talking about they should take the other kids, and it's just crazy work, man. OG, you there?
Right here.
He throws, he even throws the finger up and all kind of stuff. I mean, he's really, he's really saying that, like he's just, I mean, he's pushing for his success in the way that he feels about it. But he's brought the whole KKK feel out. I get it, he lost a son, but just this right here, you had two different things going on, man.
He wasn't even in the home with his son. Him and his ugly wife were separated. He wasn't even around for that other little mongoloid retard. Right. So all of this is financial. This is what white America does. Play on they're making America great again, and Negroes are letting it happen. So it is what it is, bro.
Man, it says right here there is no prison sentence that would satisfy the father of Austin Metcalf for the first time since the verdict in the death of his son, Jeff Metcalf. He spoke with CBS News Texas about the sentence, the trial, and forgiveness. A lie is temporary, but the truth lasts forever, Jeff Metcalf says. And so he's basically speaking out just in the legacy of his son.
He's issuing his temporary lie.
But here's the Karmelo Anthony's family also. This is right after the trial.
A day after the trial, Karmelo Anthony's parents, Andrew Anthony and Kayla Hayes, sat down to break their silence and to let the world know how they're feeling as their son begins his 35-year sentence for murder. Despite what a jury found, his parents dispute their son ever wanted to kill Austin Metcalf.
My son is no murder. My son didn't intend to hurt anyone. My son was defending himself.
Now, OJ, I got a question because she's so sincere, but how does Jeff Metcalf come up with they wasn't there for their son and they abandoned him? What is he talking about?
That's what he wasn't in the house. Karmelo lived with his mother and his father in the same home. That Yankee was not even in the home. Them trailer trash, his big mongoloid son. That's what he was used to. He was mad at his dad. So this is what white people do. Now he gets on CBS News, and this is a big financial one for him. He's seen so much money or had so much fame. The same thing Clive Davis said about Whitney Houston. She's worth more dead to me than she is alive. And this Metcalf family, that boy is worth more dead to them. They ain't never seen this kind of money. They've never seen this kind of publicity. So him and, our Cheeto-looking president with the mega group, they're making America great again through the southern state of Texas.
Man, and when you look at the kid, he's gone down to prison, and I mean he looks innocent, bro. Like he didn't have a crime history before this, and this was a thing where a murder case. I didn't realize they could have dropped it to manslaughter. They could have did these other things, showing that it wasn't even a thing where he just went to murder. He could have went to, he didn't go there planning to murder nobody. So these are harsher. They sentenced him with a harsher crime than what was even committed, I believe, because of the way it just happened.
And nobody in Black America is defending Karmelo Anthony. He's in there by himself. All of these notables, ain't no Negro said a word.
Oh, gee, yeah, stop that. I'm not going to let you go there, man. Cardi B spoke up. There was certain people, Plies spoke up. So what are you talking about?
Where's these gangsters? Where's Al Sharpton? Where's Ben Crump?
Right.
No, they didn't. But I'm telling you, the entertainers tried to say stuff, but they just didn't show up. But they were hurt behind this, man. One female. It wasn't just one female. I said plies too. Did you not hear me? Don't make me go down the list of entertainers just reacting. But it was a thing where they just didn't show up out there at the damn courthouse. That would have caused a whole frenzy. If they really cared, they'd have showed up before it ended. Right. They'd have showed up before it was over, the sentencing phase. Right. They showed up after the fact. A lot of people sat back and they were so angry after the fact. I never seen such a group of angry people speaking out on the internet after the fact for views and likes and sound bites that didn't cover this thing from the very beginning. That didn't. You can go back. We've been talking about this because we knew that this was going to be a big issue, and we knew this was coming. And OG, you spoke strongly about this when it first happened. But certain people, they just jump on this internet, trying to figure out a way to make somebody see that, man, shut up. If you don't really care about this dude. If you cared about him, you'll go down there. You'll go over there and talk to him. I seen Sko over there. He the only one, him and a couple of more local jokers. But at the end of the day, Sko, that's my guy. He was out there on the front line and we was talking back and forth. He was texting me. And I'm like, bruh. He's like, man, but it wasn't no celebrities out there other than him. Ain't nobody show up, OG. No. Ain't nobody trying to do nothing until after the fact. They all talking now. They just, like you said, be talking. And at the end of the day, they didn't show up. So I got to change what I said. I didn't go back. And you're right. It was a rough situation for the young boy. You know, and I was having faith over here, and you told me already you were going to prison. I didn't want to believe it. I want to tell you, you was right. Oh, what you? Oh, what? Sure. You was right, man. It's sad to me to have to go back and, look at the way I felt like, dang, like maybe he had a fighting chance. And I know that's the way his parents felt. But if the shoe was on the other foot, would I have letting them have an all-white jury? And I don't know. I probably would have crashed out in there, seeing my son have to go through that. And this guy, they said that he didn't even call no witnesses on the stand for Karmelo.
He did.
Everybody was against Karmelo the whole time.
Hit that like button, double tap that screen. See, you in here with your boy Deala T, my fame. And this is no fear.
Yeah, we on Boss Talk TV.
Because I want y'all to understand how serious this is. I want y'all to get the real understanding of how real this is. Because at the end of the day, the way things have been going and the way things have been done, and how they continue to allow these things to continue to do that is causing an extra curriculum for it.
So this Karmelo Anthony case has unfortunately been a powder keg of negative race relations. And now things have really ramped up because the trial ended and then suddenly the victim's father, right, Austin Metcalf's father, he suddenly has popped out. He said he can finally talk about the case. And he's made a few statements which are blatantly racist. And really it's got a little...
I need to play this again because I think people don't really understand how serious it is. Because I think somebody gonna get scared when they find out that this man can get a new case.
You're watching Ticket TV. Like, share, and subscribe on your way in. All right, chat. Salute, chat. Y'all get on in here.
You talking about the overhead
I got
light?
a big update for y'all.
The ambient light,
I
overhead
think
light.
this boy eligible to get a new trial. I'm dead serious. Y'all get in here, chat. Like, share, subscribe. Share this video. I've been working. Y'all know I've been working in. I got some more information for y'all. Boy, this rabbit hole run deep. I got some more information for y'all. In the last couple of hours, I got paperwork and I got more information for y'all. This rabbit hole, ladies and gentlemen, it runs deep. It runs deep, y'all. This rabbit hole is crazy. And I'm about to show it everything to y'all. Y'all like, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Y'all come on in. Come on in here, man. Come on in here, man. Y'all share this video, get on in here. Hold on. Share this video, get on in here, man. I got some information for y'all. Salute to everybody that's tapped in, and I'm serious about this. Y'all make sure y'all like the video. Share the channel, share the content, y'all. Hold on one second. I got some information for all y'all right now. Salute to everybody that's in here, man. All right. So let's get ready to get going.
It's finna go
It's a
down.
live stream, so this is why I'm pushing up like this.
I told you we got
All right,
new
you got it.
update. I said we got new update. It's about to go down.
That paperwork
We got new updates.
Remember that paperwork I told you on the last video before I found it?
It's about to go
All
down.
right, y'all like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Hold on one second, you guys. Check. Just give me a second. I'm gonna get something straight for y'all.
Hit that like button. Hit that like button.
Boy, they did not want me to find it out.
I'm about to let you see this real new evidence right here. This is new. This is new. They think it's a game. Let me tell you about God.
All right, y'all come on in.
Look at God.
Y'all come on in, smash the like button.
Look at God.
I got information for y'all.
Look at God. Look at Jesus.
And Karmelo Anthony, somebody get this to his parents. They have a strong case for a new trial immediately.
Look at Jesus.
They have a strong case for a new trial immediately. And I have more information. I have more information on the judge, and I have information on the father of the judge. And I'm about to give it to y'all now. I have paperwork that I was looking for. I got that paperwork
I'm dropping
on
the
the judge. I have actual information on the judge's father. It seems like it is a absolute cesspool down there in Collin County, and it's been covered up, it seems like, for a long time, because they face a lot of allegations down there under, the watch of Judge Roach and his daddy, Judge Roach Sr. And we about to talk about this right now, and I have the info for y'all, and I want to break this down for you guys right now. So make sure y'all share the video, like the video, subscribe to the channel, because everybody needs to see this video, push this to their parents, okay? Now, let me give y'all this right now, all right? Okay,
doing all that talking. But he ain't talking now. Think y'all
just get in a second.
You just can't do nobody
I know
like
y'all
that.
hate it when I do this.
And don't think we
But it's
gonna be on.
because I'm making sure I get all my stuff queued up so I can put on it and how I want to put it out for y'all. So listen, yes, read your screen, ladies and gentlemen. A defendant can get a new trial if their lawyers fail to perform due diligence, but it requires meeting a strict legal standard known as ineffective assistance of counsel. Now, I think I can prove this, that he meets that strict standard. And I'm going to do it in this video. And not only that, I'm going to show you.
Listen.
Just give me a second. I know y'all hate it when I do this.
He reading the
but
rules.
It's because
he reading the
making
rights.
sure I get all my stuff queued up so I can put on it and how I want to put it out for y'all. So listen.
Eligible for a new trial.
Yes, read your screen, ladies and gentlemen. A defendant can get a new trial if their lawyers fail to perform due diligence, but it requires meeting a strict legal standard known as ineffective assistance of counsel. Now, I think I can prove this, that he meets that strict
ineffective systems of counsel. Press 1 if you think his lawyer was ineffective. Press 2 if you think his lawyer was effective. We're gonna get to the bottom of this tonight. If the lawyer was ineffective, he's able to get a new trial. Press 1 if you believe the lawyer was ineffective. Press 2 if you believe the lawyer was effective. If you believe everything the lawyer did for Karmelo, because ain't no way. We finna find out if he eligible for a new trial, because we all know his lawyer didn't do due diligence. His lawyer didn't do a fair trial. His lawyer didn't even do his part. As if he was set up to go in there, tell them I'm not, they probably called him like, hey man, let me tell you something, man. Listen, fam, this how it's about to go. This how it's about to go. You know, Larry got me, don't you? They killed my son, they took my son. You know the judge got me, though. You know Larry got me. Yeah, call John and them, tell them they got me, man. Yeah, they got me. So listen, man. What I need you to do, man, all you got to do is show up, Put your first day of school, fresh suit on. Show up to the courtroom with that NIGGA. Yeah. And just sit there, man. We're going to do all the work, man. We're going to do all the work. You ain't got to work. We're going to do all the work. You ain't got to do nothing. And at the end, all you got to do is just call his mama to the stand. Yeah, what I say? You heard what I said? What I say? Huh? All you got to do is call his mama to the stand. Yeah, so after you do that, just get out the way. And we're going to take care of everything from there. You think you can do that? You think you can handle that, Bobby? Yeah, man, they took my son, man. Yeah, man, you think you can do that for me, man? Yeah, man. All right, man. We're looking forward to you. That's how the call went between Mr. Metcalf and Mr. Mike Howard, the lawyer. That's how the call went. Told that man what to do, what not to do, and appreciate him doing it. Hit that like button, double tap that screen. I can't believe it, Lord. This ain't no joke.
Standard. And I'm going to do it in this video. And not only that, I'm going to show you where the judge has allegations against him. I've already showed you that, but I got other paperwork on the judge that I didn't have. And also the judge's father. The judge's father was not only a judge out there. The judge's father was a DA as well. And he had corruption allegations against him as well. And I'm finna show y'all this right now. This is disgusting. That Collin County courthouse, they finna get shaken up. They mess with the wrong ones, man. Because everybody deserves a fair, equal trial. And that trial, I'm about to tell y'all what's going on. So basically, as y'all can see on the screen, right? It says simply, and this is correct, simply being unhappy with your lawyer's performance or strategy ain't enough. In the United States, to secure a new trial on these grounds, the defendant must satisfy the two-pronged test established by the U.S. Supreme Court in Strickland versus Washington, y'all. And guess what? Karmelo Anthony meets these. And I'm about to tell y'all right now why he meets these and why he probably will get a new trial in a different jurisdiction. The two-pronged Strickland test. And I'm going to highlight that for you guys. To successfully argue that a lack of due diligence warrants a new trial, the defendant carries the burden of proving both the following elements. 1, deficient performance. The attorney's performance fell below an objective standard of reasonableness under prevailing professional norms. The defendant must show that the lawyer made errors so serious that they were not functioning as the counsel guaranteed by the Sixth Amendment. 2, prejudice. There is a reasonable probability, but for the counsel's unprofessional errors, the result of the proceeding would have been different. A reasonable probability means the probability sufficient to undermine confidence in the outcome. Now, let's go down. Common examples of lack of due diligence. Courts may grant a new trial if the defense attorney's failure to investigate or prepare fundamentally compromise the fairness of the initial trial. Common examples include, you guys, 1, failure to investigate, failing to interview key witnesses, consult critical expert witnesses, or visit the crime scene. So let's look at the key witnesses. Hunter Metcalf. Hunter Metcalf was right there. He didn't even call him up to the stand. He didn't call Hunter. Did he even interview Hunter Metcalf? No. Did his attorney even interview Hunter Metcalf? Man, they didn't call him, man. He was a key witness. Also, did he call up the track coach for the team? For both teams? No. Did he call both track coaches on the stand for both teams? No. To get their testimony? No. Did he interview both track coaches? Did he interview whoever the person was that was controlling the venue that day? Did he call those witnesses to the stand? No. Did he do that? No. These are all questions that put you in an area to say, hey, man, this situation right here may have serious grounds because the biggest witness, which is the brother of Austin Metcalf, Hunter Metcalf, he was not called to the stand by the defense.
And he was one of the 4 that walked up on him.
When he's a key witness right there.
And we talked about that.
Also, failure to review evidence, neglecting to examine the prosecution's discovery materials, which might contain exculpatory evidence or inform that could impeach state witnesses, failure to file crucial motions, failing to file clear motions to suppress evidence that was obviously obtained through illegal and an unconstitutional search, failure to review medical or mental health history. Remember I told y'all that? Relying blindly on a state-appointed evaluation without investigating a documented history of mental impairment that could affect intent or competency. Now, remember I told y'all? The father said something the other day. The father said his son suffers from I think he said his son have seizures or something like that. He had to get his medicine, right? I told y'all that they should have had somebody evaluate that boy and evaluate that whole situation. Remember I told y'all this? I said that they should have somebody evaluate him. He should have been questioned by therapists. He should have been questioned by people to why, first of all, he was carrying a knife. Was he a victim of bullying? All these different things should have been asked and brought to the table on him. Straight up. If it wasn't, those are all excellent grounds for his new trial. Now, let's keep going, because I got a bigger one for y'all. Now, if a defendant believes that their lawyer lacked due diligence, right? They can't ask for a do-over mid-trial. They must utilize specific post-conviction legal mechanisms, right? And y'all need to send this to the parents so they know this. One, a motion for a new trial, which is what they're doing, I think. This is a direct request made to the trial judge shortly after the guilty verdict is rendered, but before official sentencing takes place, right? I don't know if they did that or not. Direct appeal, a request to a higher, right, appellate court to review the trial record for legal errors. However, IAC claims are rarely successful on direct appeal because the trial record usually lacks the hidden evidence or background details showing why the lawyer failed to prepare. State post-conviction relief, federal habeas corpus. This is the most common route. It allows a defendant to file a separate petition after losing their appeals. This process permits the introduction of new evidence outside the original trial record, such as missing witness statements or records the first lawyer never looked for. Remember I told y'all he should have interviewed every single witness that was up there from both schools? Did he do that?
No.
How many witnesses did he say he called 6 people to the stand? Not enough.
None.
Sorry, not enough. Now, check it out, y'all. This is the biggest why I think they got him right here. And this is where I come in. And this is where the doctor who came out, the lady doctor came out yesterday and put their ass on blast. Because I was already on the judge. She got the DA. And I'm going to show y'all right now. The corruption allegations in Collin County. Look at this, y'all. Prior corruption allegations can be the grounds to move a trial to a different district, but only if they have created widespread prejudice that prevents a fair trial. That's exactly what happened, y'all. You know how I know? Because not only did Karmelo Anthony's father say that they were threatened, Austin Metcalf's father said that he was threatened and they were threatened as well. And not only threatened, they said that they were doxxed as well. Once that happens, your lawyer is supposed to ask for an immediate change of venue. Let me repeat myself again. A case of this magnitude, where the father said on the Breakfast Club interview that they had people coming to their house, they had doxed their address, and had people coming to their house, threatening them, and people contacting them. And he said he had the proof, he has the messages, and that people had came to his house. Once that happens, they have every right. Let me show you right here. In legal terms, moving a trial to a different district or county is called a change of venue. The allegations themselves don't automatically trigger a move. Instead, the defendant must prove that public exposure surrounding these allegations has completely compromised the local jury pool. And that's exactly what it did. And I'm going to tell you why. His father said in the Breakfast Club interview yesterday. Remember when everybody was saying, oh, Ticket, they went and bought a new house. That was a lie. His father said that the reason why they moved is because people doxed their address, showed up to their house, and threatened them outside their house. That right there is enough grounds That right there. And also,
wow,
the family of Austin Metcalf, his father said that yesterday in that interview he did too when he went on that racist rant. His father said that he was doxxed and they were threatened too. That right there is enough legal grounds for the lawyer. That's why I said the lawyer didn't do his job to ask for the case to be moved to a different venue, and I'm gonna prove it. This boy gonna be eligible to get a new trial. I'm finna show y'all in a different venue. I'm finna show y'all this right now. Under the rules, like Federal Criminal Procedure 21, a judge will evaluate how the prior corruption allegations impact the current case using a specific framework. The problem is, though, they didn't ask for a change of venue. Matter of fact, I'm going to check right now. Did they ask for a change of venue? Hold on.
No,
did Karmelo?
So they did.
Anthony,
Hit that like button, double tap that screen. They did.
Ask for a change of venue.
Court. No. No. It's supposed to be written.
No.
No.
Didn't I tell y'all this? Game over. Nope.
No.
It's on your screen.
I got it.
He didn't ask for it.
Matter of fact,
it's over with.
Check this out.
It's over with, bro.
Check this out.
They meet the legal threshold. Somebody send this to their parents. Please share this with their parents. They got the absolute screwdriver. Let me tell you why. The father said something that triggered me. I listened to every single word he said. From how many people he said he went up to Austin, went up to his son, to when he said that before the trial started. Listen to what I'm telling y'all. He said this in the Breakfast Club interview yesterday. He said before the trial started, the reason why they moved is because they doxed his address online. Listen to what I'm saying. And somebody said ChatGPT is not reliable. It is reliable because guess what? I don't have just ChatGPT. I have the actual law right here in paperwork, sucker.
The law. On the law.
ChatGPT, all that is just a bridge. I have the actual law, sucker. And all you have to do is go right to the website. I have the actual law. It's right there in black and white. I was waiting on you to say that, boy. Don't you know I'm waiting on you to say that, fool? Don't you know I'm waiting on you to say that, sucker? So I can show you all this other evidence I have right here? Huh? Don't you know that? I can prove all the corruption? You think I came in here, boy, and wasn't ready for no smoke? Huh?
Right.
I'm ready for all the smoke. Guess what? Even his daddy, even the judge's daddy, boy. Dallas Morning News, fool.
Janky.
June the 30th, 2010.
Janky.
Even the judge's daddy.
Ain't right.
Daddy. John Roach Sr. His daddy was the district attorney before that and a judge. Read it. The Collin County DA, John Roach. That's John Roach Sr. right there. That's John Roach Jr.'s daddy. That's the judges on Karmelo case's daddy. Was accused of harassing a district judge. And guess what, y'all? I got paperwork on all this shit. See, I wait for a nigga to say some stupid shit. I got paperwork on all this. And let me tell y'all this. They wrongfully convicted that white woman. The guy cannot be beat, boy. They wrongfully convicted Mrs. Wooten. And she got a major settlement because of what the daddy, who was the Collin County DA, right? And he was a judge down there. What the daddy did. And you better believe I went deep, boy. See, when you talk that trash, boy, you can't play with me, boy. I'm cut from a different cloth. I ain't just come here just talking. I don't gotta talk. Right? My stats say I'm a deal, boy. I got the paperwork right here. And guess what? She got a major payout.
Wow.
For that wrongful conviction, boy. Down there in Collin County. Now, before I finish cooking you on that, let me go back to this. Because I wasn't even going to pull that on you till you ran your mouth. I was just waiting on somebody to say something. See how stupid you sound, boy?
Stupid, boy.
This is all legal case law. Point blank period, right? Now, check this out. This is why the case going to get overturned. Both parents, not just Karmelo Anthony's parents, But Austin Metcalf's dad came out in that interview he did yesterday, that racist interview he did. Mm-hmm. He came out and stated that he was doxxed too. And that they received threats too. The instance that Karmelo Anthony received threats, doxxed, and they showed up to his crib, the instance that happened, the lawyer is supposed to ask for a new venue and a new trial because now that whole entire area has been poisoned. And that could potentially rot in the jury pool in Collin County, down there in Frisco, Texas. How do I know? I'm just great like that, fool. Now, right? Now check this out. So then, when I looked at this, right? You know I had to look at it, right? You know I had to look at it. So I looked at the corruption, right? Right? So basically, right? The core ground of pretrial publicity and community bias. The primary argument for moving a trial based on corruption allegations is excessive pretrial publicity. That's what happened in the Karmelo case. That's what happened in this case. This case meets all the thresholds.
Wow.
If local news, political campaigns, or social media have saturated the district with the coverage of the corruption, a defense attorney can argue that the community is hostile or has already presumed the defendant's guilt. That happened. You know how we know that happened? Because the father already showed y'all. And all you had to do was look at the news reports going all into this trial.
Right.
Right? Right?
Right.
That's all you have to do. Right down there in Collin County. Go look at all the news reports and go look at everything everybody was saying going into this trial. It's right here. It's right here. Right? Now listen to this right here, y'all. To win this motion, the defense must establish one of two types of prejudice. Presumed prejudice, that the coverage of the corruption allegations is so continuous, inflammatory, and widespread that the court assumes that an impartial jury simply cannot be found in that district. Wow. This is exceptionally higher legal bar. In actual prejudice, during the jury selection process, voir dire questioning reveals that vast majority of potential local jurors are heavily aware of the corruption allegations and cannot set aside their preconceived biases to judge the case fairly. All them people down in Collin County had to hear about all these sexual assault allegations. This is in their local news down there in Collin County. All of these different reports I showed y'all. Insurance company agrees to pay $600,000 to settle lawsuit filed by a former Collin County judge wrongfully convicted of bribery. All of this stuff, right? Well, I told y'all that lady who was wrongfully convicted. Then you had all these other things going on with alleged corruption down there, right? For all these years. Not just 1 year, all these years, right? This is all in the newspapers, right? But let's forget that. Let's forget that. How the judge evaluates the request. Judges generally are reluctant to grant a change of venue and will consider several factors before moving a trial. The size of the community. In a large metropolitan district with millions of residents, a judge will likely argue that an unbiased jury can still be found. Despite local corruption news in small, tight-knit community,
So, make that light bulb double tap that screen. I wanted you all to know tonight the difference, the power of prayer. The difference, the power of prayer, the difference between vengeance is mine, said the Lord, and you just trying to get revenge. I want you to understand that when you ain't done right, and I don't care if you white or black, you deserve a fair trial. I don't care if you're an animal or anything and you turn into something else, you deserve a fair trial. If you're walking and you're breathing, you should deserve a fair trial. But at the end of the day, we have to be the ones to call it like it is. to understand at the end of the day that we here to inform, understand, and be aware that if it walk like a, talk like a, it's a duck. And you can't see it no other way than what you looking dead at. As always, fam, you know what the level is and what it ain't. You know how we coming and how we going. As always, family, I truly appreciate each and every one of y'all pulling up, man, giving me your time, lending me your ear, respectfully giving me your eyes. To know at the end of the day, we're trying to make a change. We're trying to make some changes. We're trying to do some things. We're trying to get more people involved to understand these are the distractions to come so you can be well off and prepared for what is in the future. Yeah, and that's what I was just thinking about too, because as I just thought right now when I say I think will be in the future and how we handle things today, it could almost be a race war starting. Because at the end of the day, like Willie said, these are the things that could be at the top of the list for the elections, for the voters, for these things, okay? So we got to keep our eyes open and our ears as well. As always, family, I truly appreciate each and every one of y'all making sure you give me your ear Monday through Friday, 9 p.m. with your boy Deala T and my fam right here at No Filters. Truly never forget that when you come in, you make sure you get you something to eat, something to smoke, something to drink, and something to smoke if that's what you do. Because you know the title, fam. You in here with your boy Deala T, my fam. And this is No Filters. Good night, family. Lock your doors. Be safe. God bless.